hours. That's just to prepare you psychologically. But I'm hoping that I'm going to leave some nuggets with you in a much shorter time. Thank you for the little blurb. I appreciate it. I want to talk about the golden thread, and maybe you're familiar with the expression. I don't know, because I don't know many of you. I know a few of you. And I want to talk about, I think, one of the hardest topics of life to discuss is the female relationship. Woman to woman, girl child to girl child, teenage girl to teenage girl. They are hard topics because they're tough ones, because we are so conditioned to roles. And because we all have these similar roles, motherhood, spousal, partner, whatever you want to call it, doctors, we're teachers, we are professionals. So we have all these roles that society has assigned to us, and that our inner circle has assigned to us, and it's very hard to break through, hence the bickering. You thought this talk was going to be a nice one. It is going to be a nice one, I promise. But the reason we are filled with competition and not where we complement each other, and I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, because you all suffer the same plight, isn't it? The mistrust, not trusting. If you talk to women, the thing that surfaces, oh no, I can't talk to her, and she's this and she's that. And because you see, I was introduced today. Now you've already tagged me, isn't it? You've already kind of positioned me. You've already put a tag on me, say, oh, she's that and that and that, and she looks like this and she looks like that. And you've dressed me and you've undressed me, and you've decided that my hair is not in the right place, and my dress could have been this. Maybe I could have worn this. Maybe that doesn't work too well. That's what we do to each other all the time. So I want to talk about the value of sisterhood. I want to talk about the value of womanhood and sisterhood. I don't think women realize the value they bring to society, the value they bring to their families, the value they bring to each other. And rather than build each other up, we're climbing the ladder all the time. Because society has told us you need to be empowered, you need to be the professional woman, you need to be this, you need to own your own business, you need to be CEO, COO. And all these acronyms have been assigned to us, and we strive to become that rather than just what I believe God has designed us to be. Sisters, women, sharing, being interconnected by our stories and our lived experiences. And I want you to catch a picture firstly of yourself today. Now, if you look at this backdrop, I was going to do a whole exercise with you, and then when I arrived, I realized, oops, stables, so it's not going to happen. But this is helping me a lot. And this is so much a Lucille thing. Isn't she just amazing? Probably one of the most creative, silently creative women. Very, very unassuming, very quiet, but driven. Never just, she's always evolving, and I appreciate her, and I'm so honored that she thought she said to me, don't be intense today. Just keep it chill. I said, are you crazy? Intense is my second name. So I'm going to try not to be, a few women know me here, but I'm going to try not to be intense. Maybe you'll find it intense. But I want you to capture this picture, right? I want you to look at this amazing backdrop and find your place in it. There are pot plants, there are flowers, there's a waterfall, there are mountains at the back, trees, all these dropping and drooping trees that just take notice of. The artist has done an incredible thing here. Find your place in it and understand that if you were this pillar and you withdrew from this picture, what it will look like. Picture this beautiful pot of flowers, right? If you withdrew this from this picture, it would be incomplete. In fact, you would notice that, wouldn't you? And isn't that what happens when we take each other for granted, and then when someone dies, oops, there's that word, and we don't like to talk about death. So let me at this juncture just say that we take life so for granted until it happens to us. And there's so many women that have lost their lives, and it's Women's Month, and it's the end of it. It's never the end of womanhood. It's just end of a space that we found ourselves in. So many young girls have lost their lives in this month. Accidents, and mothers are mourning today because they are minus a child. But we don't think about those things until it happens to us. And I'm hoping to just kind of prod you a little today. I don't want this event to be just another social gathering where you walk away and you have your drinks and you have your snacks and you have your conversations and you walk out the door and nothing of this day stays with you except we had a lovely time. That has had the ice cream man.
Great arms since we arrived.
Oh my word! I thought it's the ice cream man. It is the ice cream man actually, doing his circles. So I want you to catch that picture of who you are, and then listen to this. This is who you are. This is the golden thread, and you maybe have heard the expression the golden thread. I'm going to unpack it for you a little bit what the golden thread actually is. So this is it. A tapestry stretches wide as the sky, woven with colors of laughter and sigh. Bright strands of triumph, dark strands of pain, moments of loss and moments of gain. Yet through it all, steady, unseen, a golden thread glimmers, quiet, serene. It binds the torn edges, it steadies the seam. It whispers of purpose, of hope, and a dream. It weaves through sisters, through mothers, through friends, through stories unbroken, through love that transcends. It carries the weight of what's come before and opens the path to what lies in store. Without it, the pattern would scatter, unwind. But the golden thread holds what the Maker designed. It is a symbol of strength, of love that won't sever. The golden thread weaves us forever together. The golden thread is as we are. So as I said, you may have heard this before. I was watching an interesting program last night called Reclaim. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a podcast with Monica Lewinsky. Do you remember Monica Lewinsky? The lady that had a 23-year-old that had an affair with a former president of America, Bill Clinton. Remember that woman? You see, when I said she had an affair with the President of America, suddenly you remembered. But when I mentioned a name, nothing happened. So you associated Monica Lewinsky with the affair rather than just knowing her as the secretary of the former President of America. And I was listening to her story as she was telling the inside of what had happened to her. And how she was a young girl and fell in love with the president and had stars in her eyes and got swept up by him. And then when it all unraveled and fell apart, and then she was cast out and he was protected. Now, I'm not going to be discussing that whole context, which I normally do in my talks. I discuss those contexts, but that's not for today. I want you to understand your value, actually. And in talking, she said this, it took her kind of something like 20 years to pull her life back together again. She had to go to, nobody considered that she was 23, that she'd been, in a sense, used, naive. She thought it was love. She thought something was going to come of it. I have my thoughts about that, because how do you think something can come of something when you're having an affair? Okay, I'll just park that for a minute, because everything I speak and everything I say and what I represent comes from the foundation of my faith. So they are not things I condone. So I'm not talking about Monica Lewinsky in the context that I condone what she did. But there is something that she did say. She said nobody saw her tears. Nobody considered that she was in pain too. Nobody considered that the stigma and the rejection that she suffered canceled her life. Yet there were two of them. But she was the one that came out hardest. His life went on. Her life stopped. And his, because he was protected, and because one can talk about the consequences of adultery, etc., etc. And I'm quite well versed in the topic, because I have books over there, and you can go and read Katie's Redemption, which very much speaks to the Monica Lewinsky kind of scenario. It got me thinking, because she said after many years, it was her sisters, the ones closest to her, that little support group on us, that kept her together. They became the thread, the golden thread in her life, woven into her spaces, getting her up in the morning, saying, go back to university, finish your masters, do this, do that, you can do this. Don't allow society to define you by the mistakes that you have made. And she owns up to the mistake. And it got me thinking, isn't that what sisters do to each other often? We define each other by the mistakes we've made. But if you consider this the tapestry behind me or in front of you, can you see how intricately woven you are into the big picture? If you withdraw and if you take yourself out of it, no matter the mistakes you've made, no matter the stuff that has kind of placed you in a position of stigma, it doesn't matter. Because we often, as women, we define ourselves, and then we go and we define each other by the same things that we feel defined by. So we lose the footing of support. And we don't understand who we are in the context of society, of families, of friendship. And I don't only want to talk to you about the family, I want to talk to you about the friendship. Firstly, we need to learn to be friends inside with the family. Blood sisters can be friends. And there's your value as well. You're not just a blood sister, you're a friend. And so what is this thing, this golden thread? If you think about a woven tapestry, it's that little golden thing that, if you pull a thread from tapestry, if you pull it, you undo, because you have to follow it, isn't it? Like you're kind of pulling it, it's frayed on the edges, and you want to clip off the fray, and then you pull and you pull, and then when you look at the piece, it's like, oh my word, you can see it running through. That is who you are. That is the golden thread. That's who you are. We can be pulled, life can pull you out of context, out of its face and out of its social circles. But it's unraveled, it's not the same. You're not present, and you're missed. It's just you think you're not missed because you've not assigned value to yourself. You can't see yourself in this picture. So when society undoes you, you just withdraw from it and you don't realize the picture is now totally incomplete. That is your value. Whatever space you've assigned to yourself here, keep looking at it, keep understanding it, keep seeing it. And here's the thing, what do you see yourself as the golden thread? Golden thread is compassion. It is the mercy that we bring to broken spaces. It is the tears we dry. It is the word of encouragement. It's the hand we touch. It is the phone call we make. It is the text message we consistently send. Not once every 6 months, but consistently, even when we can't be present. That is the golden thread. It is the connection that we feel. Now, we're not connected to the whole world. It's impossible, isn't it? And I'm not here to tell you you must do that with everybody, but God has designed your life so that there are people around, your family, your friends, if you're a teacher, school, learners, colleagues. They are all designed, nothing is coincidental in your life, they're all designed to be around you. All of them. So the question today is, how do you see your value in the context of a tapestry, in the context of the fabric of life? What is your value? Are you compassion? Are you empathy? Are you mercy when there's brokenness? When you run into a Monica Lewinsky, what is the thread that you present? What is the golden thread? How do you weave your mercy into a Monica Lewinsky space? When you saw the ad for this event today, what were you thinking? Oh no, there goes Lucille again. I don't actually feel like it, but okay. Exalma. It's what we do. Okay, I'll do it. Because I know Lucille. The phone call isn't just there because, oh, she wants an audience. Because you can have fun with 10 people as much as you can have it with 10,000 people. Sometimes it's more impactful to have the 10 because it's the most meaningful and profound 10 you can have around a table. But I want you to remember when the phone call comes, oops, I'm the golden thread. I'm the value that enables Lucille. And when I'm not present in her picture of life, it's incomplete. Because I'm that pillar, I'm that pot, I'm the waterfall, I'm the mountain at the back, I'm the weeping willow. I bring the shelter. Because it's the thing is, you always question, what do I bring? I have nothing to give. I'm quiet, I'm docile. I don't like those heavy spaces. I like the tranquil spaces. That's me, I love tranquil spaces. So I shy away. Not shy, I'm not a shy person at all. But I try to not be involved in a lot of noise. And don't allow the world to stigmatize you. Own your mistakes. Own your bad choices. Take responsibility for it and embrace it as sisterhood, as womanhood. Encourage each other to own mistakes, to confess them and build. Allow your thread, your golden thread, to be woven into lives in all those areas of your sister's life. It's not just about you being the golden thread, it's about others being that to you. Understand that for a minute, just a minute. I'm the golden thread in your space today. But without you, there's no space for me. Can you see where my value doesn't lie in the fact that I can speak, or I'm an author or a speaker, travel the world and I've spoken. My value lies in you here today. And your value is in the dance. It's being woven. We're woven together. We're connected here today. And I know you know what I'm talking about, because in our daily lives we experience this. Call it the lived experience. We are interconnected through lived experiences. Girls bully each other because they don't know the value that they have in changing lives, in making a difference, in being that soft voice on the phone. I'm here. I want to pray for you. And we've become so secular in our mindset because the world has allowed us to believe that we can live without a God. That is probably our biggest error in this civilization that we call life, is that we think we can do this life without God. And I'm just putting it in there. I don't want to make Lucille nervous because she knows if I go that route. My sister said, please, it's not a pulpit or a church today. And it isn't. But if you think you can live your life without God, you're so wholly mistaken. Because more and more we need Him. I'll just leave that there for you. And so the golden thread presents three layers, right? Almost done. Identity. Who am I? Am I the teacher, the baker, the confectioner, the creative, the writer, the CEO, the global traveler? Am I those things? Possibly. I can do those things, certainly. I can fulfill those roles, certainly. But is that who I am, really? At the most fundamental of living this life, is that who we are? No. Because if it's taken from you, then who are you? Are you this wealthy person? You have this amazing, you have a beautiful home and drive the best car and blah blah blah, and you have all this money and investments and you're happy-go-lucky, and so then it's taken from you. Because you see, you allow yourself to be defined by what you own, by what you have, by what you've drawn to yourself, because it elevates your value in society. So you get drawn by it and you allow yourself to be defined by CEOs and parents, and those are roles. Those are roles. But deep inside we are golden threads. We are mercy, we are compassion, we are love, we are care, we are dignity, we are respect. And we weave that into each other's lives. When there's pain, we weave mercy. When there's pain, we are arms around the pain. When there's brokenness, we are the soft voice that says, I'm here. You don't have to heal at my pace. I'm here. I'll dry your tears. I'll bring the tissues. We'll sit, we'll cry together. The golden thread is not about one person. It is one person impacting others. The golden thread is about living a selfless life. A selfless life. You know what? The world tells us, think of yourself first. Heal yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. That's the new thing now. Love yourself first. No. That's not true. And that's what we have wrong. You live to give your life away. And when you give your life away, you gain it. Because when you give your life away and others are following the same principle, which I'm hoping is the effect the little talk will do today, is that when you decide to be the golden thread, 20 others are doing the same. Bringing change, bringing transformation, bringing changed mindsets. So it doesn't stop with us. Think of Monica Lewinsky. She survived because people said the golden threads in her life. You can do this. Today she's the golden thread because she walked that lived experience and she understood the value people have assigned to it. It wasn't about the position she held or that she loved the richest man in the world and the most powerful. It was that somewhere along the fabric of life she lost herself. And when we lose ourselves, we feel alone and we crumble and we stigmatize, and someone came and said to her, that is not who you are, that's a mistake. You can do this. You can conquer. You can rise. What can be said of you if you were to leave a legacy, which is the third point of being a golden thread? Identity, sisterhood, compassion. What is that? It's empathy, it's grace, it's mercy, it's love, it's a phone call, it's a tap on the shoulder, it's a warm hand in yours. It's that phone call that matters most at 2 a.m. Hey, I know you're not doing well, but I'm thinking of you. I'm here, you're not alone. I'll come to your house, it's fine. You don't have to get undressed, you don't have to do anything. Stay in bed. I'm just bringing a cook sister. And I want to give you a hug. I have a friend who's like that. She's my best friend. When I had COVID, nobody came. Nobody. They were petrified. That friend came. And she said, open this door. I said, you're going to get sick. She said, open this door, then I'm going to be sick with you. And I opened the door and she brought a bottle of tonic something that she mixed ginger and lemon and garlic and orange juice. And, everybody, we were trying everything. And she walked through the door and she took me in arms and she hugged me. And I cried and she said, I love you, I'm here for you, you're not going to die. That is the golden thread. Today, that same friend has breast cancer and she had both her breasts removed. And I feel so helpless because I wish I can be like her. But she is the example of the golden thread that I wish to pursue and I wish to follow. So what is going to be said of you when a question is asked? What kind of thread were you in your life, in the lived spaces? What kind of golden thread are you? The golden thread is commitment. It is love. And love is grabbing a tissue, and I love this word. Love is grabbing a tissue to dry the tears, yours and mine. To be the least important in building you up. In building you, I become the least important. It's not me first, it's you first. Because another golden thread is being woven into my life to make me first. So the question is, are you a golden